I just saw in the social media a journalist like you who talked to the ISWAP commander who killed Brigadier General Musa, who got him captured and killed him. And he told him that, as I sit where I am, I have the picture of Sambisa, the whole of it, even if an ant is entering Sambisa, that they can see.
When I see this man, what they call Buba Galadima, a very funny man. He said God keeping alive to disgrace him for Jonathan. He said he thought that Jonathan was a bad leader. Say he cannot attest, say Jonathan better pass Buhari and Tinubu join together. But that is not the most shocking thing. He said some few things about the security of Nigeria. How equipped the bandits and terrorists are in this country. I know I'm going with 2 minute stories, so look when I watch the video first.
During Jonathan's birthday, is it Friday or Thursday? I mean, Thursday or Wednesday, I spoke to journalists.
Yes, I think I saw that clip.
I spoke to journalists, and I said something. Me that speak to you, seated here, was one of the greatest critics of Jonathan's presidency and the way at that time he handled matters. I didn't know that God will disgrace me to show me that Jonathan was even a saint and a better administrator than those that follow him. First, as a third world leader, the insecurity reached its highest level 6 weeks, some few days to election. And Jonathan suspended the election, put off the election, and took another 6 weeks and brought mercenaries. If this government today has that opportunity of chaos 1 or 2 weeks to election, they will allow it to continue so that they can write figures and announce themselves as winners. But Jonathan stopped that election, and he knew for sure that if there was a free and fair election, no incumbent government can get second term. He's an educated man with PhD. He knows that. But because of his humane nature, he postponed the election for 6 weeks, brought in mercenaries, and within 6 weeks, those mercenaries stabilized Nigeria, and there was no polling booth in Nigeria that elections did not take place. So, even from your enemy, in fact, you learn more from your enemy. If Jonathan has done that time, 2015, what stops this government from copying what Jonathan has done? After all, hiring mercenaries to deal with this insurgency and other pockets of banditry across the country costs less than 10%, not less than 10% of what the military takes today. So economically, it is better to hire the mercenaries, give them contract, secure this area, we will pay you this, and you fold your arms. And it is done. It is, the credit goes to you. So why can't Nigerian leaders be patriotic citizens of our country?
Well, many of them would argue that they're not being patriotic if they hire mercenaries. They'd feel that they're undermining the Nigerian security services.
Is it the pride of being...
I'm not speaking for them. I'm just saying.
Is it the pride of being in office, or the finding a solution that protects the ordinary man that can go to his farm?
I think many people would agree with you, because that would have a positive knock-on effect on the economy of this country. Because people would be able to return to agriculture, get their jobs, have a sense of security. The key
then the tax reform in January can now get more net to capture a lot of people. Let me tell you, I just saw in the social media a journalist like you who talked to the ISWAP commander who killed Brigadier General Musa, who got him captured and killed him. And he told him that, as I sit where I am, I have the picture of Sambisa, the whole of it. Even if an ant is entering Sambisa, that they can see.
That's what the ISWAP person said.
Yes.
So they're using technology themselves, obviously.
So if a bandit or a Boko Haram fighter has access to those equipments, what stops the Nigerian government?
That's a very good question.
And do you remember that some few months ago at Banki near Cameroon border, they use drones. And in Marte, they use drones to kill our soldiers and officers. And nobody can tell me that because of collateral damage, the Boko Haram and the whatever, they don't stay with those that they captured. They live a life of their own elsewhere outside, where those captured with their small people guarding them. And the security people know. Look, we have to be serious. We have to put pressure on these elements for them to surrender.
Alhaji Buba Galadima, this man, they very funny. But he tend to say some things here where they very scary. Where they say, we as lovers of Nigeria, we must tend to support the government in power now. And we have to push the government in power to come up with policy and mechanism in order to combat and have victory over this set of bandits and Boko Haram and terrorist group we tend to have in this country. He said he thought that Jonathan was a bad administrator, but now God disgraced him in his own lifetime to see and know that Jonathan was far better than Buhari and brain power, together with Tinubu brain power, that Jonathan was better off than those two men. He said when the election was to kickstart, about a day to the election, it's not a week, a day to the election, I remember vividly, because I took a flight from Port Harcourt to Lagos, that was on Friday, with the hope the election would take place on Saturday. Jonathan administration then, very early in the morning on Saturday, that was when they announced that the election had been postponed, based on the fact that there is insecurity, and if they decide to forge ahead with the election, a lot of people will be disenfranchised that day, and that's why Jonathan decided to say, look here, Nigeria should give him 6 weeks. He's going to ensure, say, he clean up Nigeria to a point whereby we'll be happy. And of a truth, there was tremendous success in that 6 weeks. How did it happen? Jonathan hired mercenaries to do the job for us, and they were paid. Buba Galadima said something really very important. He said we cannot spend more than 10 to 20% of the money we have been spending on our defense if we have hired mercenary. We pay them to do the job for us. We are not going to lose our soldiers. We are not going to lose our equipment. They will do the dirty job for us, and we are going to get the result, and the government in power will praise. Even the Russian government, they use the Wagner group, mercenaries to work with them. Even the Iranians are using mercenaries sometimes to work for them. So who is Nigeria that Nigeria can use mercenaries to work for us? Now, one point we raised with that. He also raised the area of intelligence. He said the degree of intelligence, how equipped these terrorists there, he said is too much. He said one of the leaders that took down our general said that they have security, fully guarded in that Sambisa forest. Whatever comes in and go out, they get clear information of that. If terrorists can get that, what is stopping the Nigerian government to equip itself so that we're able to monitor our forests and every area in this country? We are not doing that. He said these guys now are using drone to attack our various military bases in this country. And why Nigerian government don't get drone to attack bandits? So if we go succeed for this fight against banditry, two things are involved. We must equip our military to the teeth. We must ensure, say, if the mercenary won't bring in to help us do the dirty job, make we bring them come. Because this nonsense done too much. Just today, as I speak to you, 2 Chinese has been adopted in Kwara State as I'm making this video now. A lot of Nigerians have been adopted as I'm making this video now. If this begin to happen like this, over a long period of time, the security agency will be overwhelmed. Guys, this country now let God fear us, because our leaders is like some of them don't know what they do again. Come talk my own, if you not like book, on list, if you like when I'm not listing. But say make I not talk and I lie, I go honestly talk am. Who want verse, may verse, who want like am, may like am. But the truth now be say, if our government fail to put on their thinking cap, all of us go collect and we'll collect our side. However, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share. I'll definitely see you soon.